In this video, we're going to learn to use the calculator to find the mean, the median, the mid-range, and the mode of the data. Measures of center, in other words. Remember, the reason for this channel is to help you pass your math class so you can reach your goals and get a better life. Measures of center coming right up. Before we start the process, we want to make some definitions, or describe some definitions, might be a better way to put it. So here are the formulas for the sample mean. This means we're going to get the average of all the data points in the sample. And notice that this is just a regular letter with a bar over the top, meaning the sample mean. And we have a lowercase n here, meaning the number of data points in the sample. Whenever you see a Greek letter, this is the Greek letter mu, that means a population mean, and notice here we've got a capital N, meaning all of the number in the population. We don't normally use or calculate population. We use samples to estimate the population because it's usually very, very expensive and very time-consuming and difficult to get data and statistics about an entire population, unless the population is really tiny. So most of the time, we're looking at samples. Back to our problem. We want to find the measures of center, mean, median, etc. for the data that it's given, which is the violent crime rates per 100,000 inhabitants in the United States from 1994 to 2013. And we're going to have to put all those data points in our calculator. We will start by making sure that we're beginning with a blank slate. We'll hit the stat key, we'll go down to 4, and second list, and let's clear everything out that might be in existing in list 1, second list again, clear everything out that is in list 2. Let's hit enter, and that should clear out everything that is in my list, so I can start with a blank slate. Next, we want to go to the Stat key, choose One Edit, and begin to put our data in List 1, 713.6. And notice I have List 1, Item 1, 713.6, hit Enter, 684.5, Enter. Notice this is List 1, Item 2, etc., and continue until you've got all 20 data points. Now we've entered the data into List 1. We're going to go to Stat, and we're going to scroll over 1 to Calc, and we're going to use one variable, statistics, and we're going to hit Enter. And we'll just pause a little and figure this out. List, well, all our data is in List 1, which is showing, and frequent list, that's fine. We want to leave that alone. And calculate, we want to hit Enter. That's going to go ahead and calculate all of our data for us, and you can see it's found the mean, etc. Now I want to talk to you about what all these things mean that are displaying in your screen. So in the one variable statistics screen, first we have the sample mean, 501.93. Then we have the sum of all the elements, the sum of the squares of the elements, and the fourth item here, Sx, is the sample standard deviation. And notice what we have here is a Greek letter. This is sigma x, and this is the population standard deviation. N is the number of points in our sample. See this little down arrow? If you click on it, you get to the next screen, or the lower part of the screen more accurately. So when we scroll down, we see the rest of the items in the one variable statistics screen, the lower part of the screen. And as I've already mentioned, is the number of elements in the list, or the number of elements in the sample. The minimum of x, 367.9. The first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and of course the max, which is 713.6. Our problem is to find the mean, the median, etc. And we can see from the output of the calculator that the mean in the top half of the screen there is showing us is 501.93. Now if I scroll down on the calculator, so I scroll down, I can see that the median then is, the median, and I'll just put the whole thing in there, the median is 477.55. Now I'm going to need to know the min and the max in order to calculate the mid-range. So I'll just notice that the min, right off the calculator there, is 367.9, and the max, I'll have to scroll down a couple more there, the max is 713.6. And that's going to enable me to find the mid-range, the next one I need to calculate. In order to calculate the mid-range, I'm going to need my formula. The max plus the min equals 2, which is just the average of the highest and the lowest data point. And that's pretty straightforward to calculate because I've just got the formula. So that's going to give me 713.6 plus 367.9, all divided by 2, and that's 540.75. The mode is the data value that we see that is repeated the most often. And as I scan through this data, I really don't have that. I have 387.1 and then 387.8, but they're actually not the same number, are they? So from that, I must conclude that there is no mode in this particular data set because no data point is repeated. I would like to invite you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks very much for listening.